What do you believe happened to Elizabeth?
I believe somebody was murdered in that room.
City, and I've been in the paranormal a very long time, over 40 years, I'll say.
Janice the legend.
Yes, the legend!
Welcome to my 5 haunting questions, and today Janice Oberding has kindly offered to do that with me, so please welcome her in. And yes, I'm super excited. I'm here in Virginia City, as you know, and Janice was here giving some talks on the history of Virginia City and different other things that she does, but I'm going to let Janice tell you what Janice does. So, because if those of you who haven't heard of Janice, I'll let her explain what she does. So Janice, tell everybody what it is that you do, and so that they kind of get to know who you are.
Well, first and foremost, I consider myself a historian, and I write because that's my passion, is writing. What I research and discover of history, I like to write about it. And I believe that history and the paranormal are definitely connected. If you say you're into the paranormal, I naturally assume you're also into history, because I believe you are.
I am.
So writing, research, and speaking if somebody wants me to come and speak. And that's about what I do, Karen.
Yep. And Janice has so much knowledge on Nevada, not nearly all of Nevada, really. She writes books on Nevada, Hollywood. I just bought one of her books on Hollywood mysteries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I'll read that on the plane on the way home. But so Janice, in regard, because my channel is mainly, well, it's not mainly paranormal, is it, guys? But I talk to people in the paranormal field, and I ask them what kind of experience they've had that maybe bore all this to them, that made them think, oh gosh, I need to know more. So have you had a paranormal experience when you were younger, or even now that you can't, it was thrilling and you just can't explain it?
Well, I've had an experience in at the Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana. I was there for a conference with some friends, and it was, I tell people this story, and I know a lot of people don't believe me, but it's absolutely true. We got there and we met this young couple who were from, I believe, Pennsylvania, and they didn't know how to ghost hunt, and they said, well, we'd like to ghost hunt with you tonight. But the problem was they were hungry, and the restaurant at the Myrtles wasn't working at the time, and the only food was some pizza joint a couple of miles down. So they went down and got their pizza. They came back, and they were staying in one of the cabins out back, and they said, we're going to eat our pizza. We said, good, we'll meet you at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock came. All this weird stuff was happening. I saw an apparition following my friends, which I didn't realize it was an apparition. It was like people were throwing rocks at us. The frog, and we weren't drinking. We were not drinking.
So it wasn't a drunken stew.
No, it was. There were frogs in the pond, and they seemed to be calling our names, and it was the weirdest thing.
So no mushrooms were eaten?
Oh, nothing like, nope. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, all this weird stuff kept happening, and one of my friends said, I'm going to see, those kids are playing with a Ouija board, and they're bringing something in here. They're calling, I'm going to go see what's going on. He went back to where they were, and both of those young people had passed out in the pizza. They said, we don't know what happened. We were talking about joining you guys, and all of a sudden we were passed out, and there they were in the pizza. So I don't know. I mean, it actually happened, though, Karen.
Wow. And I believe Janice, because Janice doesn't tell fibs. And you know my opinion on people who tell Oh, I was scratched by a demon. I was possessed. Uh-huh. Okay. So if Janice told me she was possessed, I might believe it. And in regard to the books that you write, I know that you can buy the books just on Amazon, sells the books and all that sort of thing. But with the passion for writing, where do you think the passion for writing came from?
Well, I'll tell you, my mother she liked to write. I remember her buying an old typewriter and saying she's going to write a great novel. And she's actually a poetess. She's written poems and short stories. But I was raised in a little town, seaside, which is Monterey, California, which was John Steinbeck's home. If you know, he was born and raised in Salinas. And he was the big hero because he had put Monterey Peninsula on the map with Cannery Row. So we thought, I want to be a big hero too. I want to be like John Steinbeck. So basically, I think that's where
it came from.
Yeah.
It's interesting you should mention Monterey. I had dinner with a friend the other night, Peter, and I was told that they think there's some kind of connection between Monterey, Virginia City, and San Francisco. It forms a triangle.
Oh.
So I don't know what that is, people, but I'll research that. Maybe it's like the Bermuda Triangle.
I would believe that. I never thought of it, but I would
because
believe
like you've come from, it's just that you said from Monterey, and then there's people come here from San Francisco, and it's also almost like you're sort of always drawn to Virginia City, or it calls you. I know that sounds weird, guys, but that's how I feel. So all right. So with all of that. There is a question I like to ask actually about UFOs and aliens.
Okay.
All right. What do you think? Like, there's been a lot lately, as everybody knows, on UFOs and aliens, and the government's going to release this and that and the other. And it seems that it's sort of slowed down a bit, so I don't know what's going on there. But what do you think about aliens? Do you think we've got some on the planet? Do you think they visit? What's your opinion on aliens?
I've met some people who I think come from another planet, but no, I don't really know. I believe that it could be another dimension. Our time travel, I've always wondered if possibly it wasn't our government 200 years from now coming back, and our government knows this and telling us aliens from other planets rather than saying we have time travel. I don't really know. No.
Oh well. Maybe we need to find out how to do that time travel. I'd like to go back a few hundred years. Oh, maybe not a few hundred years, but... Oh, yeah, no, because if we only went back 100 years, we'd be in 1920. So, no, I want to go back 140 years.
Yes.
To Virginia City.
It would be fun.
Or Tombstone.
Virginia City.
Oh, and you've been to Tombstone, Arizona.
You know what? Actually, I never have.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, then it was Eureka.
Eureka.
Yeah, Janice goes to all of these places. Eureka. Where else have you been, Janice?
The
Goldfield, and does a whole heap of research and actually goes to these places and does a little bit of a ghost hunt. And actually, I'll let you share because I find it fascinating. Janice went to the Nevada State Prison, the closed down part, the part that's haunted. And would you like to tell them the story? I'll set the scene. Were you in the area of the gas chamber?
Yes, we were.
Right, they were in the area of the gas chamber, and Janice has a crystal ball, which is quite heavy, and Bill, her husband, has to carry it around everywhere. Anyway, they were having a seance. It was just Bill, Janice, was it Sue, the lady that...
Susan and
Tammy. So there was 4 of them there, having a seance, doing what they do. Tell them what happened.
Okay, we're doing our seance, and the whole time we're doing this seance, we're hearing like chatter. You know, Susan was recording EVP, but we heard like a little chatter, like somebody's whispering in your ear or something. And I was just about ready to close it, and we heard these loud footsteps coming down death row. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's the best seance I've ever done. But then I started thinking, who is that? Maybe I've done too good. And my husband Bill says, you better close this seance now. So I closed it, and we didn't hear any more.
Yep, but it was enough to scare the bejeebies out of them.
Yes.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. I so want to get there and see it. But now I normally ask everybody. I've had a few females on my channel and ask them questions, but I'll ask you. I asked my friend Cassie this question, but when you get home from being out and about somewhere, which is the most refreshing thing for you to do? Kick off your shoes so you've got nice bare feet, or pull off your bra and sling it across the room? Which is more comfortable? I told you I asked silly questions.
Both. I don't know. Probably the shoes.
The shoes. I have to kick off the shoes.
Yeah, probably
yeah.
the
I have
shoes.
to kick off the shoes. Now, Janice, I want you to show them. Janice has got some of her books here, and because she's been at this event this weekend. What's this event? I'm terrible at remembering event names. It's
ComCon 6.
ComCon 6. And so she's had some of her books here to sell to people and whatnot. But if you're interested in her writing, and it's real, I mean, it's full on research into Nevada and its history. So she's got a couple of books. That new one that you've got out, which
Amazing Nevada.
Amazing Nevada. And you can go on to Amazon and type in Janice Oberding, and her books will come up. You can buy them there, and they're a really good read. And I've got quite a few, and I've actually referred to a few of them for some of my research. So we're digging around in the box.
And I found it. Amazing Nevada.
So Amazing Nevada.
Haunted Virginia.
Yeah, and they're really good. They're just like, they're a nice little size. Can I have that one?
Sure.
And there's, for those of you who like pictures, there's lots of pictures, but that's what I mean. It's really good. She's sort of like, much like I do when I do my research videos. I'll pop in. I'll try to get as much. I'll try to get as much information in there for you as I possibly can, in regard to, like, so you can visualize what we're talking, and that's what Janice does. So you read the book and then you can refer to the picture, and they're a good read. So Amazon, for those of you who aren't local, and I'm trying to think who else has had your books. Mainly, look, stick to Amazon. You can get them, unless you visit Virginia City.
Oh, yes.
In which case, tell them about the store.
Right Stuff Antiques. We have a little mall there. Right Stuff Antiques, and also Barnes and Noble.
So that was Bill whispering in the background if you heard anything. All right. Barnes and Noble. So yeah, do check out her books. And if you do get one, let me know that you got one and what you thought of it. That would be really great, and I can give that feedback to Janice. So Janice, that's it. That's my 5 haunting questions.
Great.
We've done it.
Okay.
So I was really pleased that Janice did this with me, because she's awesome, and she's kind of a mentor, really. I look at the work that she does, and it encourages me to continue doing what I'm doing. So guys, read the books. Janice does have a YouTube channel. What is it? Janice Oberding.
Yeah, but it's nothing.
But there's nothing on it yet. But
nothing
possibly, if she was encouraged by subscribers, she might every now and then pop up a little video. Who knows? But in the meantime, So thank you, Janice.
Thank you, Karen.
Bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Julia Billette, we have one question. Okay, what is that question?
Are you here
In the basement.
in the basement?
Did the Undertaker love you so much that he kept you? Do you believe he did, Karen?
Honestly, no, I don't. I don't believe that story. But, I mean, I can't say it's not true, but I don't believe that story.
Why
I think
not?
she's buried up on the hill where everyone's...
You think she's on flower?
Yeah.
I think she was in the basement because he was so in love,
He was so obsessed.
obsessed with her, and he couldn't bear to see her body go away to flowery hell. Okay.
Well, it could be. He could have put bricks in the coffin.
Yeah, he could have. Okay. Do you have anything else to ask Julia?
What's your dress size?
What are you? Okay. What is your dress size? And is that really you in fireman's hell?